welcome back to Laser Penguin Games. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Soultree mission on Expert and Battleforge Skylords Reborn. And I'm going to be playing a green-blue deck here for many reasons, as I failed so many times with the red deck splashing green because of the kind of mission this is on Expert. It is pretty rough. Because there's just so many ways to lose. Not many only one way to win. Alright, so you'll see you're going to start off this map here with 6 groupings of Lyris defenders. You're going to have to bring one of them back from basically the bottom there. So 5 of them are going to be near the wall, and the other one you're going to have to bring up from the bottom of the map. Make sure you get everything on the wall before the wave comes in your attacks. This is just the first wave of many, but also your objective here is to stop the enemies from crossing the wall or the bridge. I don't know, they call it the wall, but it's basically if they cross a bridge past the wall, then you can lose. You can lose that way. You can lose if you lose more than 2 sets of Lyris defenders. You also instantly lose. And then we're going to see more ways to lose later. So don't worry, there's going to be lots of ways to lose this map. And it took a lot of trial and error with multiple decks to figure this one out. But you'll see here, I got 1 set of Lyris defenders at the very front. And then behind I stacked up as many of my Windweavers as possible. They're also going to be very good for this because they attack 2 different units at the same time. Then I got a Shaman up already to try and basically heal those Lyris defenders that are kind of tanking the front line there with more HP. Basically trying to run around my Shaman here. But you'll see here, I'm just going to heal up the units the best I can here. And also avoid those explosions from the those mobs dying. But just the Shaman and the defenders here is going to be able to take down the rest of those archers for you, which is real nice. Also, you don't really have the option for Shaman in any other colors but green. So it's going to be tougher to keep your units alive here. And also, the thing you want to be doing here is keeping those Lyris defenders alive, so you can also be using them to help kill mobs here. Alright, so here comes a huge horde of mobs, but the good thing is here, Viridia's going to give you some help. So she's going to freeze them when they get near the wall here, and you'll be able to basically just start attacking with as many units as you can, pull them down off the wall, and just start attacking. And the goal here is to basically kill as many as you can before they can unfreeze, and you're gonna have about a minute and a half to do that. So around 5 minutes or so, if you haven't killed the front line, the front guys, they're gonna unfreeze, and then about 5:10, 5:15 or something like that on the timer in the top right there is when you're gonna see the rest of the bigger mobs and the back line of archers unfreeze. So priority here is to take down the guys at the very front first, and then if you're playing other color decks and you don't think you have the damage to do what I'm doing here, which is kind of just punch down almost everything that you can, you're going to want to basically zoom in and like spin the camera and then target. You'll see some of the units here that are kind of near the front now in the mid pack are like the ranged casters, so you want to prioritize those guys, and then if you can, kill the archers at the very back, and then basically leave all the ground only units, and then move you guys back to the wall. But you'll see here the Windweavers are going to be attacking twice as much because they're doing 2 units at a time, and I'm going to be able to kill most of the units here at the front. And we're coming up close to the 5 minutes here. I think I'm going to start saving up for ensnaring roots. So basically what's going to happen is when they unfreeze, I'm going to want to try to use the entangling roots to give myself time to get my archers back on the wall. And what you could also use it to do is separate the archers from the main grouping of huge Twilight mobs there with the claws. I'm definitely doing a lot of damage here. Looks like, oh, looks like 530. They unfroze the rest of them. So I'm gonna entangle and roost here. Looks like a few of my guys got caught in a paralyze though, so those guys are probably gonna be toast here unless we get them out. Well, looks like we'll be able to get a few of those guys out, which is nice. So there's still 4 of these huge guys up. One of my sets of Lyris defenders just lost their wall completely and just died. There goes my shaman as well. It's getting pretty rough. I'll try to build a new shaman here. So you can see most of the claw guys are at least going to die here attacking the wall. And then the rest of the archers here you should be able to just kind of deal with on your own. Alright, so as soon as the rest of these mobs are wiped out, you're going to send all your guys back to the main base there where Verdia is. I send one group of guys to the right and start building the energy cells. You also notice that where Verdia used to be here, the very bottom left of the map, there is an orb for you to build. But I'm going to get my guys up to her first as I'm waiting for 150 energy. And I'm going to try to build my orb down here. You'll see it right here. Instead of the new place to the right of the bridge, because that's actually vulnerable to more attacks that are going to be coming. So we're going to worry about that orb later. For now, our objective is, so not only do we have the first 2 ways to fail, now we have a 3rd way to fail, which is if Viridia dies, we also fail the mission. So you're going to have to send all your archers to help support her and just make sure they don't die, because it looks like I only have exactly 4 Lyris defenders left. And the problem here too as well is, even though I'm playing green, which I have the healing spells and the shamans, you can't heal Viridia. So if you don't deal with the enemy, she's fighting quickly and she takes too much damage, she's just gonna die and it's gonna be over real quick. So you'll see here, I'm gonna try and get a few units that can absorb more damage and then push them to the front. So also this helps that I'm playing blue-green as well, because they have adamantite skin. And you'll see here, I'm just going to send the aggressor right now. And basically all I'm trying to do is buy time. So I'm going to send the shaman up there to heal it. So the aggressor is not going to do a ton of damage, but it's going to knock the enemy down that Viridia is fighting. So any unit you have with knockback here is going to be really good. And you want to just not kill them as fast as possible. You're just buying time, basically. Just knock them down and buy yourself time to build more level 2 units, as there's going to be kind of a big fight as you come around the corner up here on the left. So basically just knock them down. Build up your energy while you're waiting. Viridia's going to push ahead. So I'm just going to send my aggressor again. You're going to have to control your units though, because they're going to want to attack. And you're going to have to tell them no. I'm just building up more aggressors here. But they really... your units will get pretty mad. They're like, please let us. And you're like, no, I need to build up energy for spells now too. So we're almost around the corner here where there's going to be basically a big tier 4 unit that looks sort of like a grinder, but or an avatar. And basically we're going to push around the corner with Viridia here. I'm trying to send my aggressors first so that they get aggro on, you'll see the huge unit here. Basically tell all your guys to attack the huge dude, and then I'm going to freeze the back guys. Look at this dinosaur. He's just gonna get one-shotted because he had something sickness. Basically, their dinos are dying. So at least the dinosaurs are doing their job and taking hits for Viridia, because obviously if she dies, it's over. And then also you want to keep your Lyris defenders at the very back, so they're not taking as much damage either. You can see here too that you can tell your aggressors to attack different units and just keep them at the knockdown after they're unfrozen, and then we can drop the big guy there. And now it should be okay, as basically the big guy is the big problem. And then we'll be able to knock down the enemy aggressor here.
The Soultree is near.
Alright. So now, basically, Ria's going to run down to the bottom. I'm going to send 2 of my shamans and 1 aggressor to help Viridia with her plan here. So we're going to get a new way to fail here. A new way to fail the mission. So she's going to want to... She's going to want us to put one of our best units beside her to absorb lightning strikes. I'm going to build the well there and get my 3rd orb going soon here. I'll get my 3rd orb. I'm going to collect the chest.
I never knew. Keep control. Don't lecture me.
Ray is going a bit crazy. Getting a little corrupted here.
In an ocean of rage, it drowns me.
She's losing control. Her unlimited power could destroy the mortals. Skylord, surround Viridia with creatures. Big attack. They must absorb her attacks before they reach the humans.
Now this is another reason why playing green here is very nice. So you'll see that I rushed over to the right side here where my power wells are to start trying to defend them from this incoming wave here. I'm going to go ahead and freeze these guys and try to give myself time to build up my new towers. You'll see the map kind of sparking there on the C objective. I got 4 towers going here. So I'm not worried about what's going on. So I have 1 aggressor right beside Viridia right now, and I have 2 shamans healing that aggressor, so that they're basically taking all the lightning strikes. That aggressor is going to absorb all the lightning strikes and then get immediately healed by the shamans. So you can see here I've definitely done it a few times before, failed a lot trying to learn this map on expert. Took a lot of trial and error, like I said. So we got more attacks coming here. I think I'm going to try to freeze some of these guys so that my towers can take them down. It looks like we're done having to actually heal her. Alright, so now we're going to get another new objective here, which could also cause us to fail. So Moon's going to basically start absorbing like the corruption from Viridia, trying to help seal it away, and you're going to get a certain amount of time to basically build a 5th orb or monument, and to do that you're gonna have to clear the top right corner. Obviously we're gonna need a lot of units to do that. So you can see here with 4 towers I'm still like basically barely surviving this assault, but I think after that this one assault here we're gonna be able to fight back with level 4 units. You see here I've built a few extra buildings to reduce the resource cost of my level 4 units here. And then I'm basically going to start attacking the cliff with my flyers. So you don't really want ground units here if possible. If they are a ground unit and that's all you have, try and get something that has super long range so that you can fire over top the cliff. Because basically if you go in on the ground there, you're going to aggro basically everything. So you see I'm going to pull aggro on some of the flying units here and then try to fight them by themselves if I can. A few archers that came over as well, which are not a problem on the cliff here. You can see here, like, there's an extra attack that's going to come towards your main base here, so you're going to have to deal with that as well. Just some extra annoyance while you're trying to fight the front line. I'm thinking about building a grinder, but I'm like, no. I'm like, I need to build just more flyer. I'm basically going to use the flyer to deal with these guys and then send them back to my main army. So I'm trying to wipe out the buildings first here. Basically the priority is to wipe out the buildings that can paralyze your units. Obviously there's some units that do it as well. You can see there that one of my worms just felt like he had to down 2 of them. They're having trouble targeting the ground units. Definitely trying to kill the buildings first here, but looks like kind of a fail. So I dropped a big heal. Dropping a bunch of heals to keep my worms alive. And I shoot down these archers. See that most of my guys are paralyzed right now because I failed to take out the buildings before I attacked. So now we're gonna see a big kind of mess because I didn't spread my units out enough. I'm lucky that there's really nothing to fight back against my air units right now. So you got paralyzed again. Gonna build a ground unit. You're gonna need a big ground unit to come in there to build your orb anyway. So let's go ahead and put down a little grinder. A little grinder. And then try and use the grinder to help take out some of these buildings.
Hurry. Summon 5 orbs.
You'll see Moon there is down to 38% already. So I'm going to drop a freeze on these guys and then just go right for the building if I can. That was the building. It was the other building I'm trying to kill. Well, it looks like they're getting unparalyzed now. Got an extra aggressor down there. So it looks like that building is just a spawn building in the top right, which is also I should have just taken out a lot sooner, but there we go. Club it down. Alright, looks like I'm getting close to be able to build that last orb. I had it all cleared out. I go for that orb number 5. Try and get that sweet victory after so many fails. Let's collect some extra treasure as well here, get some gold. Looks like they got some units got by. Where are you going? Oh, okay.
Good. Now you have summoned 5 orbs. I can weave the vanishing spell.
Nice. Ah, it feels really good to beat that one after so many frustrating losses. We got some level 3 upgrades. And a little bit of gold, not very much. But, yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone who made it to the end of the video. This is Laser Pen Games, reminding you to smash that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps out. And if you're looking for even more content, check out my Patreon here, where I post exclusive video content every month, and you'll have access to all of that.